Good morning, everyone. My name is Saurav Nanda, and today I will like to deliver a presentation on the topic globalization. Next slide. No, I'm the slide before it. First of all, I would like to make you familiar with the term globalization by giving you an introductory definition of globalization. The word globalization refers to the integration of the economy of the nations with the world economy, and it is a multifaceted aspect. It is a result of the collection of multiple strategies that are directed at transforming the world towards greater interdependence and integration. It includes the creation of networks and pursuits transforming social, economic, as well as geographical barriers. If I need to put it in simple words, globalization is the method of interaction and union amongst people, corporations, and governments
Wait,
on a global scale.
are you reading from somewhere from document?
No, ma'am.
You're speaking from your side, but it seems that you're reading from a document
No, ma'am. I prepared the document,
because
but
it seems to be a rehearsed,
I
memorized
have
version.
rehearsed actually. I'm not reading right now.
Continue.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you can change the slide. Importance of globalization. First of all, the proper usage of resources. Globalization leads to the expansion of markets, and this enables the organizations to make proper use of available resources because a resource which is available in one nation may not be available at any other nation which might be required there. Multiple choices. No country is self-sufficient in itself and in all aspects and depends upon the other countries for the fulfillment of aspects they lack in. Globalization has solved this problem by facilitating the availability of wider range of products in the global market. Globalization creates employment. It helps to provide employment to a large number of people, and multinational companies which mainly focus on taking on jobs of other companies generally do mass recruiting. Government incentives. Government also provides various incentives in taxes, custom duties, pre-shipment finance, post-shipment finance, and many more. And this is done in order to encourage globalization. The benefit provided to the consumers. Globalization encourages free and fair competition on a global scale. Due to this, organizations try to supply quality goods and quality goods that also at a reduced price in order to retain their customers. This in turn benefits the consumers owing to the healthy competition among the corporations. Next slide. Impacts of globalization. First of all, I would like to relay some points that are in favor of globalization. Globalization provides greater access to global markets. It allows the advent of advanced technology, and it provides better future prospects for large industries of developing countries to become important players in the international arena later on. Now, I would like to relay some points that are against globalization. The benefits of globalization accrue more to developed countries as they are able to expand their markets in other nations a lot faster, which in turn compromises the welfare of people belonging to developed countries. When globalization is market driven, it increases the economic disparities among nations and naturally the people living in those nations. Next slide. Effects of globalization on India. When the owing to the influx of various products from the global market, many sellers in India suffered from the competition as they were unable to keep up with the advanced technology of Western countries, and it led to a rise in the buying of foreign goods. The globalization led to change in the rural lifestyle as many people migrated from the rural areas to urban areas in order to move to a certain place for income. Uh, Next slide. Globalization aims to the globalization. The main aim of globalization is the interaction of people among various nations. It aims to lower the boundaries that are created among peoples, whether it be geographical, cultural, on the basis of religion. Globalization has its merits as well as demerits, and all the developing as well as developed nations must think it thoroughly before opening their markets to the globe. Uh, Now, I would like to invite the next participants to share his or her views on the topic. Thank you.
Very nice and very crisp presentation, Shaurav. I'm very happy with it. Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you, ma'am.
presentation. Now you can stop share, come in the front, and
Ma'am,
talk about.
actually, you are sharing the presentation.
Oh, I'm sharing. Sorry, I totally forgot. Okay, so can you open your, yeah, say about your
Uh,
future plans?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Saurabh Nanda, and I am a student of BCA Data Analytics at KK Modi University in the School of Sciences. Um, my some of my future plans are as follows. Currently, I'm doing 4 courses in parallel in KK Modi University that are done by all of us present in the class. And along with that, I'm studying various topics, various tech stacks that I need in order to become a data scientist. That's my ultimate goal in life. And currently, I'm doing some projects, including I have made a COVID-19 dashboard, and I have made some computer vision projects as well, and I'm doing that in order to expand my portfolio so that my prospective employers in the future might see something unique in me. And after graduating from the university, I plan on doing some internships, as in the current world industrial expertise is valued more than college or university grades. Hence, after that, I will just if I like, I will do my post graduation, and I will settle down. Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Nanda, and I'm a student of BCA Data Analytics at KK Modi University in the School of Sciences. In this video, I would like to give you a brief summary about my experience being a part of KKMU. First of all, owing to the prevailing pandemic situation, all the educational institutions, including KK Modi University, aren't able to resume their normal operations. And although we aren't able to attend our classes physically at the campus, our online classes are going on seamlessly with the help of online video meeting applications such as Zoom and Microsoft Teams. We also have been provided with student mail IDs by the university for communication, and also to be able to log in into their learning management system named Colpol to ensure hassle-free distribution of study materials, communication between faculty members and students, and other facilities that make our university life better and something to look forward to. We are also provided with the opportunity to complete Harvard certifications that are highly regarded in the academic world. Presently, I and my peers are being versed with 4 courses from liberal science and arts that are as follows. Firstly, Introduction to Business. This course aims at giving a firm base to the students attending the classes about topics of business that are on an introductory level and simple to grasp for any audience. Secondly, Critical and Creative Thinking. In this course, students are taught about various techniques and methodologies that allow oneself to carry on their day-to-day activities with ease that involve imperative as well as trivial decisions. The chief aim of this course is widening the horizon of thought processes of students. Coming on to Mindful Leadership. This course teaches us the essence of Gita, which doesn't necessarily mean mythological and religious teachings, but the teachings of becoming a good leader and possessing all the skills and the right mindset to become one. Finally, English Intermediate 1. Nowadays, in the rapidly evolving industrial era, everyone is expected to be well versed in communication, and the English language is a widely accepted means to do so, whether in an academic or a business setting. Hence, this course is aimed at teaching the students essential communication skills in English so that it becomes next to natural for them. Now, I would like to conclude the video. Thank you for listening till the end.